Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I contour and highlight similar to the way Kim Kardashian does hers. If you want to learn how to get that Kim Kardashian definition, then just keep watching. Like always, I'm going to be starting off with my Australis Matte Mattifying Face Base, and I'm just going to be applying this underneath my primer. Next, I'm just using the Revlon Photo Ready Perfecting Primer. It's really important to prime the face while using the large amount of cream and contour highlight as well as the foundation. Now I'm just applying a lighter coverage foundation. I'm using the Revlon Nearly Naked in Medium Beige, and I'm just going to be buffing this into my skin using my Sedona Lace 480 Kabuki Flat Top Brush. Using the Australis Conceal and Correct 4-in-1 Concealer Palette, I'm going to be taking the purple colour. I'm just going to colour correct my eye bags. This step is optional, but it is really good for getting that flawless and brightening complexion before actually putting the highlighting concealer. I'm just dabbing this away and blending it in with my ring finger. Now I'm just going to be correcting the redness around my nose using the green from the concealing palette, and I'm just going to blend this gently in with my fingers. Now I'm just going in with the L'Oreal True Match Illuminating Concealer, and I'm going to be applying this in an upside down triangle underneath both of my eyes. This is how Kim gets her very brightening under eye look. You can also enlarge the triangle if you wish. I'm also applying this onto my brow bone, and from the middle of my forehead down to the sides of my nose, a little bit more in the center of the forehead, on the cupid's bow, and on my chin. To map out where we're going to contour, you can take a makeup brush and roll this across your face. Where the hollows of your cheekbones are, so just underneath that bone, this is where you're going to be contouring. To contour, I'm going to be using the Napoleon Purtis Foundation Stick in the look 6B. This is several shades darker than my skin tone, and I'm just using my Real Techniques contour brush, and I'm going to be applying this from the top of my ear down in light strokes in a diagonal formation just about halfway to where my cheekbones are. Using a very light hand, I'm going to be running this across my temples and up along the hairline of my forehead just about 2/3 of the way. I'm just doing the same on the other side of my face, starting from the top of my ear near my sideburns and just going about, actually more than a halfway across my cheekbone. Also just lightly running that across my temples, up towards the hairline and the side of my forehead, and this time I'm actually going to connect it with the other side of the contour, just doing light strokes across the middle. This step is optional, but if you want to slim down your face a little bit more and give it more definition, you can just run the contour along your jawline and also on your chin. This step is optional, but I'm just going to be contouring my nose starting from the bottom and just sort of following where I've highlighted my nose, just stopping underneath my brow bone where I'm going to be doing light strokes. Then I'm just going back in with the same highlighting concealer that I used, and I'm going to place it directly under where I've contoured my cheekbones, and I'm just going to extend it by drawing some lines underneath. And now we're ready to leave the house just like this. Just kidding. Using my e.l.f. small stipple brush, I'm just going to blend out where I've highlighted underneath my eyes. I'm going to do this softly because I do want to keep it nice and bright. I'm just going to blend where I've highlighted underneath my brow bone just slightly. And then I'm just going to be blending it out on my chin as well as my cupid's bow, and just blending the rest of that from my forehead down the bridge of my nose. From this point onwards, I'm just going to be blending the rest of the highlighter with where I've contoured, just lightly giving that nice slim down effect. Now I'm just going to be blending out where I've highlighted underneath the contour on my cheekbone just lightly. I'm using my Real Techniques buffing brush, and I'm just going to blend out where I've contoured on the jawline really well, and as well as on my forehead and down along my temples. And then I'm just blending the contour on my cheeks starting from the temples and just working my way down. And then I'm going to be squeezing my brush and just going over where I've contoured on the cheek just lightly, but not erasing the colour out because I do want to keep it nice and gradient, as you can just tell right over here. Then I'm just going to do the same to the other side of my face and just touch up on finishing the blending. Back in with the e.l.f. stipple brush, I'm just going to blend out more of the highlighter, then taking folded tissue, I'm just going to blend it for a more crisp and contrasted line. Now that I've finished both sides, I'm just going to take my Eco Tools fan brush and I'm just going to sweep it across my face for some finishing touches. Using the e.l.f. under eye setting powder, I'm just going to set where I've put the concealer underneath my eyes. Using the Australis Fresh and Flawless Pressed Powder in the colour Natural, I'm just going to powder my face, avoiding where I've contoured on my cheekbones and underneath my eyes. Now you can use a matte bronzer for this. I use the Revlon Nearly Naked pressed powder in dark because I didn't have a bronzer with me. I'm just going to go over where I've contoured my cheekbones for more definition, and then I'm just going to blend that out lightly with my EcoTools fan brush. Using the Napoleon Paradise Ultimate Contour Palette, I'm just taking the highlighter shade and I'm just going to place it above my cheekbones as well as from the center of my forehead and down the sides of my nose. Using the blush shade from the Ultimate Contour Palette, I'm just going to put it in between where I've put the highlighter and bronzer. So this is the final look after contouring and highlighting. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Bye guys!
So yeah, we'll jump right into the first